a tool for enhancing visual arts students' attitude toward the learning of integrated science at Inkaria Senior High Technical School, Ghana. Edmond Boama Echampon, can we have you? Please, a round of applause for him. We are in good time, so kindly tell us what you found out, what you did and what you found out. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for having me. My name is Edmond Boama Echampon, and I'm a tutor at Inkaria Senior High Technical School. I'm told to be brief, but my topic alone is like a 2-minute presentation. So, there's a paper I investigated about 2 years ago during my MPhil, and like I said, I'm a tutor at Inkaria Senior High. I'm a visual arts teacher, and I would like to be subjective a bit. The education of core subjects in senior high schools takes a different turn when it comes to students who are typically non-science-based students. And so a lot of teachers usually say visual arts students especially are lazy when it comes to studying the core subjects, and they don't put in their best. And a seed paper that I use for my work, which is from Opokwa Sare 2015, and I'm grateful that Prof. Opokwa Sare herself is here, was a study they conducted in several schools in several senior high schools in Ghana, and they found out that some of these perceptions that teachers had a lot of factors, and if we should relate that to taking science as one of these subjects, the traditional setting in Ghanaian classrooms for the teaching of science usually doesn't give way for experimentation. Even science students, just a few of them get to experience the laboratories, the physical laboratories, how much more visual arts students. Nobody really gives them their attention or the experimentation they would need to understand some concepts in science. And since education has taken a turn and a lot of technological tools and digital tools are aiding in bridging some of these gaps, I came across one of these tools, which is the virtual lab, during my MPhil study. And there's a short video I'd want to talk about. Okay, yeah. And so this was a presentation that we were asked to do a voiceover, and I got to know about this, and I said, wow. I actually didn't know there was something as interactive as this that could help students to visualize what they study in science. And I even showed it to some of the science teachers in my place, and they were wowed. And they said they really hadn't seen something like that. And so I thought it objectively to take a study. Now I'm taking it out of the subjective term to rather be objective and do a study on this, if that could, by collaborating with the science teachers and the participants, which are visual arts students, this could really have an impact on them. The next slide. Thank you. Can I please go to the next? All right. Now, so the objective of the study was, one, to evaluate the attitudes of visual arts students. It might have been said, but is it really true on the grounds? And so a scale was used to evaluate this. Then the next step was to investigate if virtual labs actually enhance the attitudes of students, if they could visualize, if they could practicalize what they are being taught. And so these were the objectives of my study. Can I move on, please? And it had a null hypothesis that there's no statistically significant difference between attitudes of visual arts students who experience virtual lab instruction and those who receive conventional instruction toward the learning of integrated science. And the paper had some delimitations, which we are seeing here, confined to just one school and a section of students in that school. It was quite limited with time, and the focus was actually on virtual lab as a tool for enhancing these attitudes. Hello, can we move on? Right, so studies that I did that are related to this are elaborated here, and we find out virtual laboratory as a tool. That's actually a compilation of computer programs designed to depict intricate phenomena typically encountered in traditional physical laboratory settings. It has a lot of effectiveness, which I also wrote in my paper. I hope one day everyone gets a copy of it to read. So due to time, I'd rather move to the methodology, please. No, before that, the theoretical framework. So the attitude of science, the attitude towards science, and the next one, please. The unified theory of acceptance and use of technology were the frameworks for the study. One, to check the attitude, and the other, the technology that was being introduced. And so the methodology that was used, a mixed method approach, the scale for the quantitative aspects is the ASCI, that is attitude toward the study, the subject of chemistry inventory, and the quantitative data was validated by interviews as qualitative data. So we find the sequential explanatory as its method. The quasi-experimental was conducted at the school, that's already been said, and it was done in 2023 with the participants who were non-equivalent groups design sampled. There was actually a visual arts 1 and 2 class, so one was taken as the experimenter and the other as a control, making up 51 students in all, 26 and 25. Okay, so the scale there and the interview and its reliability from, it was actually designed by Bauer in 2008, so that's the reliability over there. Ethical consideration was taken care of by seeking clearance from the Department of Educational Innovation in Science and Technology, KNUST, the head of the school where it was conducted, HODs, and the participants. The findings. Okay, so this was the protocol for what was done. And so the quasi-experimental that was carried out, a pre-test post-test was given to both groups, the experimental and the control group. And so they all answered the scale that was given, the questionnaire that was given them before the intervention was taken with the experimental group. And after that, both groups had the questionnaire being answered again, and interviews were conducted by sampling some from the experimental group using thematic approach. Okay, so the school doesn't have a smart classroom or a smart lab. And so we made use of the virtual chem lab, which was hosted by a Russian host. Now, after we used it, it was obsolete after some time. And so when we could get to use it, we actually put them on laptops for the students to watch demonstrations about them and later perform their own experiments in a specific topic that was in chemistry. Can we please move on? All right, so these are the findings which I would like to just present. The independent samples t-test for the pre-test scores and the post-test scores. Per sample t-tests were also carried out on the experimental and control groups, but I would like to present these instead. And so before the intervention, these were the results that we had. And so looking at the figures, the discussion is in red, which is explaining that the results indicate no statistically significant differences between the two groups before the intervention. So I'll move on to the next one. That's the post-test scores, and there's a difference in the p-values. The initial ones were different from what was achieved after the intervention, which we are seeing less than 0.001 in all the constructs. Now, the constructs you are seeing there are those on the scale. So we have intellectual accessibility, interest and utility, emotional satisfaction, and anxiety. And students were answering, the participants were answering questions that had bipolar suggestions. So we say chemistry is very difficult or easy. And it was on a scale of 7. And so they had to choose. So the pre and the post test, these are the findings from the independent sample t-test. And then the discussion is that the results demonstrate that virtual labs can significantly foster positive attitudes towards the study of integrated science among visual arts students. Next. Okay, so the interviews that were conducted, these are samples from that which validated the quantitative data. And so it also demonstrates the positive impacts the virtual lab had on some of these students. And I remember, taken out of context, there was one student that asked why weren't they introduced to this as early as their first year or second year, because it would have changed something about it. And that was quite interesting to hear and also observe. And so these are the results. And finally, to conclude, the study was on, like I said, virtual lab has been a tool to enhance the visual arts students' attitude towards science. And after everything, we realized it had a positive shift in their attitudes and also highlighted the potential of digital tools such as virtual labs in continuing to enhance the attitudes of students. And I would say we were not looking at students' academic achievement. This was about engagement, students, teacher, and an interface that they were working with. And so these are the conclusions we had and further research implications and recommendations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will allow one question and then move to the last presentation, please.
Okay, thank you, my brother. You've done well. Okay, my question is, whilst you were talking, you talked about hosting the virtual lab, and you mentioned Russia. I don't know if I heard you well. And at the end of it all, you said it became redundant. So where is the source of the virtual lab now?
Right, so some virtual labs were sampled. We look at Fiat, this is virtual lab chem, and others. And so we were looking at those that had a certain level of interaction that the learners could actually, they are technologically inclined. And so we wanted an interface or something that had something they could interact more with. And this is what we actually finalized on. But just like I said, and I will say it again, the host was in Russia. And after some time, we couldn't use it again. But this was after
in virtual labs, enhancing scientific discovery in colleges of education. Shall we welcome Andrews?
Thank you very much. I'm here doing it with my colleagues, Valentina and then Anna. Yes. So because of the time, we just try and then put everything in a simple way for all of us to understand. So we've already talked about the importance of virtual lab in enhancing understanding of concepts at the College of Education level. We've also mentioned that integrating AI would be able to enhance self-learning and also discovery at that level. So then, how do we connect the AI to the VLab? Is there a guideline? Is there a framework? Is there something that can help integrate this in a very seamless way? So our work or our studies sought to propose something that would guide the integration of AI to VLab. So in order to save time, kindly go to 13. Slide 13, please. So after the literature review that we did, we were able to then put these various aspects that would help us build the framework into areas. So we were able to come up with 6 areas that are of importance in building this framework. So the first level or the first area that we were concentrating on is the user. We've made through the presentations that the learner should be at the center of any form of virtual lab that we have been introduced. So at this level, what we are proposing is that before you can introduce any form of virtual lab that is being integrated with the AI, you need to understand the preferences of the learner. You need to know the digital literacy level of the learner. And how do we do that? You do that by integrating what we call the technology models that would help determine the levels of these students. And so at level 1, we are looking at the level of digital literacy of the students using TAM or UTAT or any technology model that would help predict the levels of these students. Level 2, we are looking at the curriculum. You know, we cannot introduce anything without aligning it to the curriculum. Hence, because we are going to be measuring the learning outcomes that we sought to seek the students to achieve, we need to make sure that the learning outcomes that we are proposing is in line with the curriculum that is existing. So at level 2, that's what we propose to do. Level 3 is that because the students are all going to build up on their learning through these virtual lab simulations, we are saying that it should be based on theories that are in literature. Hence, we are looking at constructivism. We are also looking at the TPAC, because at the College of Education level, we are engaged more in how we can teach concepts to students, because we are training student teachers to go out there to also teach our students at the basic and then the junior high school level. At the level 4, which is about the actual integration of the AI VLab, any choice of virtual lab that you are going to make should be in line with, or should align with what we have at the user level. So it means that whatever VLab that you'd choose should be a VLab that would be accustomed to the needs of the users at level 1. And then the level 5 is the ethical consideration. Because data is going to be shared, it's very important that we need to know that the amount of data that the students are providing, because the virtual lab or the AI is going to personalize learning, the students are going to be engaging in feedback or real-time feedback from these virtual labs. How much data of the students are being exposed out there? That's also very important. And then at the 6th level, we are talking about assessment and continuous improvement. You realize that for the users, as time goes on, their preferences or their level of literacy would change. Hence, the need for an improved virtual lab or an improved AI response system would also need to be looked at. Additionally, when you look at level 2, where we have the curriculum and then the alignment, where we have talked about the learning outcome, at the assessment level, you need to know that the learning outcome that you sought to the students to meet, at that level, have they been able to meet that learning outcome? If not, can we go back and then look at how best we can change the virtual lab and then the AI integration in order to make sure that the learning outcomes that we sought for the students to meet, they've already done that. So based on these 6 levels, we're able to come out with this proposed framework, which is at the design stage. Slide number 21, please. Where this framework seeks to look at the interconnectivity of all the levels that we have proposed. So when you look at the central of the framework is the user and then competencies. The students going to use the virtual lab that is being integrated with AI, and the kind of competency is going to reflect in all the levels. If a student is able to associate with a simple interface of a virtual lab, it means that the AI virtual lab tool that you would integrate into the system should be of a simpler face. We are also talking about the uniqueness of the levels. It means that, of the user. It means that from college to college, the user traits may differ. So each of the colleges would have to perform what we call the UTAT model to assess the level of their learners in order to adapt or change the virtual lab to suit the level of their learners. So we are also talking about the components or the virtual lab. We have the 2D, the 3D, and then the real-time ones, which we are advocating for. In terms of the ethical consideration, it's also linked with the user and the competencies, where we need to train. Once you know the level of your learners, you can't just leave them. You need to train them for the virtual lab that you are trying to introduce to them, as well as the educators that will do this training. And then the assessment after implementation, the feedback would be gotten directly from the users and in the educators. And then once we are dealing with pedagogy as the College of Education level, we are not taking out the pedagogical aspect, which should be in line with the frameworks or the books that we are currently using, or the standards, the National Teacher Standards and the National Teacher Curriculum Education Framework. Thank you.
Wow, impressive. He seems to be a very empathetic man. He knew the time and he said, we'll go to slide 13. Please, let's clap for the slide 13, he said. So, thank you very much. Any question for them? Yes, please. We have two. Kindly, yes, please.
Hi, team. Well done.
Thank you.
How many colleges did you sample the students from? And how many students were there? And what was the outcome? That's missing. Thank you.
Thank you. We sampled students across the nation to find out the needs of the learners, then also look at the available labs that they have and what can be done. So based on those information that we proposed this design, we are yet to implement. So we are on the second stage of the design.
Because not everybody who knows the number of colleges there are in Ghana.
We have 46 colleges in Ghana.
Thank you very much. How many students in all did you sample?
We sampled across nationwide. Yeah. All the colleges, we sampled.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I was looking at your level 1 and level 2, where you test the technology acceptance model as well as the curriculum alignment. But as educators, we know our curriculum is really rigid. And in introducing such a framework, obviously there are the tendencies that you have to go beyond the curriculum. How feasible is such a framework in such dispensation of our curriculum?
So when you look at the framework that we are proposing, the learning outcomes in the choosing or in the choice of the virtual labs, you need to make sure that the kind of interface or the kind of concept that you want the students to know should be aligned with whatever is in the curriculum. For example, if you are dealing with acid, base, and salt, you look for an interface that will be able to deal with acid, base, and salt for the students to understand the concept. And then regularly doing an assessment to see that whatever feedback that the virtual labs are giving you are not way out of the curriculum, that's the outcomes that the curriculum is stipulating for now. If there is any review, then we can also make sure that the framework that we are proposing would review towards the learning outcomes that the curriculum would propose.
Thank you. That was an insightful presentation. My question have to do with the user competence under your framework. And you make reference to the National Teaching Framework. But a case in point is that majority of these pre-service teachers, their digital literacy level is very low. And the framework just mentioned the requirements of digital literacy as one of the skills that these pre-service teachers are supposed to possess. But in actual fact, there's no guideline as to how even the digital literacy itself is supposed to be taught, either as a standalone or integrated in the various subjects. And you're also looking at AI literacy. And with these two, we are looking at measuring it with the UTOD terms and that of the PCK. But these models are just going to look at their perception of their digital literacy, but not the actual digital literacy of the students. I don't know how you are going to marry those two into your framework.
Yes. So when you look at the framework, because we didn't go into details, at the level 1, you need to know the standard of the students, how well they understand whatever they are going to do. If there is a shortfall, that's where the educators come in. The training or workshop for the students be able to build up their capacity for the intended introduction of the virtual lab. For example, if you find out that the student level is at 2, and then the virtual lab that you are introducing is at 4, you don't leave them. You have to bridge that level, the 2 levels there, train the students to be able to work with the virtual lab that you are introducing. And what is going to help you is the UTAT and then the TAM. That's going to tell you that, oh, there's kind of student that you have. This is the kind of level that they are in terms of the ease of use or the perceived ease of use, depending on the framework that you're using.
My challenge is that the UTATs and the TAMs, they are based on perception, student perception of the skills that they have. And I want to know if there's something like, if you give me a questionnaire and I take agree, and at the end of the day, the mean level shows that like I'm digital literate. But at the end of the day, in natural fact, I'm not digital literate.
There's a computer familiarity framework that you would use to determine the computer level of the student, which is in literature. That's been adopted to check the level of computer familiarity amongst students. When you integrate it with the UTAT, you are going to get the level of the students in terms of computer familiarity and in terms of their perception too. So it's not just only going to be about the perception.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I can see that if I don't discharge you, you are likely to answer more questions. So thank you very much. Because of time, please a round of applause for them from the colleges of education. We are so grateful. Thank you very much. I would like my co-chair to join me so that we will end this session. Right after this, we have our snack. We will all go out for the snack just behind this building. So thank you very much. I would like to hear from this is Dr. Enyamese Mpoku. He's the Municipal Director of Education.
Thank you very much, Doc. I think we've all enjoyed the presentation and the discussions. And if we should use a minute or two to summarize, I think this digital literacy with the twin brother or the son, AI, is talking about improving the systems, making sure everything we do, we focus on quality. In fact, that is my area. Quality assurance, and then strategic management practices. And I think, based on what we have gone through so far, one thing that we all need to tackle is perception. Health, education, and even the business community. If we are able to handle that aspect very well, I think we'll go far. Sa-Nyeyano syndrome, if we should use the Akan word. This perception, I think, must be something of the past. Yesterday it was, today I don't think. And tomorrow will be far different because of the acronym, the VUCA world, the bunny environment. So, how are we going to address this? I think probably will be our next subject. And therefore, if there should be, for example, this the virtual lab, and then those students perceived to be very weak when it comes to academics. Here again, I think the major problem is that we are yet to identify very well the needs of our learners. Somebody, one of the presenters made mention of using differentiated learning. But I think I'm dealing with the scholars. Me, I graduated Sunday morning. But if we should dissect the brain, we realize that some have their their brain cells or the cognitive aspect, far left, others far right, and even those centered around. Not the fact that they are not well or they are deformed or they are defected for some reason, but by nature, some are academically brilliant. Even just, I had a friend during my first degree and said, give me a book, give me one night, quiz me the next day, I'll give everything back to you. These are those exceptionals. And there are some others, especially those with the right brain. You realize that, especially the extremists, take time to go through this mathematics, the sciences, the whatever. But once they have their own day, you realize they could do so many things. For instance, those of us here with different dress codes, who sat down to design that? Is it the brainy people? No. Some of our dressmakers, the fashion designers, the tailors, some even couldn't complete junior high school. Yet they can dress you up very well, that wherever you find yourself, people will be clapping for you. I'm a swami of these mechanics, and some of them even cannot read nor write their names. Yet a car from overseas come, and these people can sit down, identify the problem, fix the problem. So if these people, if we can help them identify their needs and we help them, I think they'll go far. Excuse my language, most of us here, even professors in mechanical engineering, cannot fix their own problems when their car is stuck somewhere. They just call these mechanics. Is it because they are weak? No. So I think the major problem is to identify the needs of these learners, especially at the foundational level. That is where some of us educators are also failing to do. And if we are able to help them with this digital literacy, I think Ghana will be the #1 among even the developed nations. And so, to improve these resources we have, let us work as a team. Parents, teachers, managers of our institutions, the corporate world must come together, resource our facilities, whether health, whether education, or wherever, so that this internet facility, the digitalization, whatever, can impact the society. Because once we're able to identify that, it means we also help address those challenges involved so that we step up. Thank you very much for your cooperation, and thank you for our readiness to impact the world instead of leaving everything just here and we go away. Thank you.
So we thank you very much for joining us. All presenters, we are grateful to all those who made it and even those who couldn't make it but yet submitted abstracts. We are grateful. We'll move for our snack break. Thank you and have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of the sessions.
Let's leave again, please. We will all converge in the next 15 minutes. It means that you are doing snacks for 15 minutes. And so please help us with the time. We will take snacks behind the auditorium as we did yesterday, and you'll be served. Please do well to be here in 15 minutes' time. We'll come do the plenary section, present awards, then we'll close and pick lunch. So check the timing and make sure that you are back on time, all right? So 15 minutes break. Thank you very much.
Carry me. Thank you. One more time. Say you got the Hey, say, now you make it favor, follow me, oh. You make it blessing, everything nice and feel like it ain't rubber. Everything I want, everything nice and now you tell me, say my picking where you when I go they study they tap everything I want, everything I everything nice and smooth. If you like it, they drop. Say you got it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Please, shall we take our seats? Kindly take your seats as we begin the plenary discussion. So the plenary discussion is going to be chaired by Dr. Samuel Enchijechi, and he is the Director of Digital Technology of the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Samuel Enchijechi.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me stand on the existing protocol from the beginning of this program till today, so that we don't take most of your time, and just also to assure you that most of the things that I will say in my speech probably has been mentioned before or has not been mentioned before. My minister spoke here on Tuesday, and so most of the things my minister spoke about will be some of the things that you will still hear me say, but I may not waste your time on some of this things. So, once again, good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy to be here this afternoon. My Prof. Ebenezer Makam is here. Prof, thank you so much. Anywhere I go to speak and I see my professors that supervise me, I humbled. One of them introduced me at another program where I am rather supposed to introduce him, but he was introducing me. It is well. So this afternoon, it is a privilege to be here at the 3rd E-Learning International Conference and to encourage the talented minds assembled here. Our brains has the capacity to do amazing things, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if we challenge ourselves. And I am confident that this school will give us the necessary guidance through the learning journey. Allow me also to extend warm greetings from the ministry and to commend KNUST, the E-Learning Center, for convening this timely and important gathering. Your commitment to advancing dialogue around digital education is both inspiring and essential to Ghana's future. The ministry, as has been said earlier, view this conference not only as a meeting of minds, but as a powerful platform for policy, research, and innovation to converge in ways that shape real impact. As we reflect on this year's theme, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, transforming education through responsible innovation and inclusion in the digital era, we are reminded that the future of education is being built now and not tomorrow. And in classrooms, in startups, in public-private partnerships, and in forward-thinking institutions like the one that we have now. The ministry remains deeply committed to playing a leading role in that future, ensuring that digital transformation is not just about technology, but about the people, purpose, and progress. And as I said in the earlier discussion, currently the ministry is reviewing all regulations, policies, and acts sitting at the ministries. And we expect academia stakeholders to make input into those documents that we are reviewing. At the ministry, we view innovation as key enabler, as said by the minister, inclusive economic growth. Our flagship initiatives reflect this belief. Through the 1 million coder program, as mentioned by the minister, we are equipping young Ghanaians with coding and digital skills that are critical in participating in the global digital economy. We are not just preparing our youth for jobs, but we are preparing them to create solutions. And I believe that is why we are also here. Inclusion is at the core of our work. Through the Girls in ICT program organized by the ministry, we continue to close the gender gap in tech by ensuring girls from all parts of the country gain exposure to digital tools and career. As we speak, young girls in underserved districts are discovering for the first time what is possible and when they are given access and opportunities. To support this ecosystem, the ministry is also leading the development of Innovation and Startup Bill, which was mentioned by the minister, a transformative policy aimed at creating a legal and regulatory environment where digital solutions, especially those in education, can grow and scale. We are creating the infrastructure for connectivity and creativity. And as I speak now, the minister is leading the data center to be upgraded to take care of the AIs we are talking about, because the current national data center doesn't have the capacity of holding the AI technologies that we are talking about. That is why the ministry continues to invest in the digital literacy and national infrastructure, while supporting research and public-private collaborations. These efforts are not happening in isolation, and that's why we are here. We recognize that a digitally enabled education system must be built through dialogue with academia, with innovators, with industry, and with communities. So a few minutes as we were taking our snacks, we were having a discussion with Prof, and he said, we need academia. And my commander at the Kofi Annan Peacekeeping Center said, we need these people, we need to protect them. This conference, which brings together participants from academia, government, civil society, and the tech sector, is a perfect example of how collaboration drives transformation. It is in these settings like this, grounded in knowledge and shared purpose, that we find the most promising solution to the challenging of inclusion, access, and equity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me reaffirm the ministry's commitment to ensuring that every Ghanaian learner, regardless of your background or location, has access to the tools, access to the skills and opportunities they need to thrive in the digital future. Together, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, through partnership like this, we can ensure that innovation in education is bold, responsible, ethical, and inclusive. Let me at this note say a very big thank you and look forward to the continued collaborations that will shape Ghana's educational transformation in the years to come. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Samuel Enchijechi. All right, so we'll go to the closing keynote, and that will be delivered by Dr. Kim Welsh, and she is a principal, international instructional designer and trainer at Arizona State University, and she's going to speak on ethical considerations in digital education. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Kim Welsh.
so much. Thank you. Perfect. Hello, good afternoon. It's so nice to be here with you. Thank you. To the distinguished ministers, directors, heads, it looks like we have people from the military as well, all colleagues, all faculty and students too. I see students here, so thank you for being here. I ask permission to stand on existing protocols as well, but I so am honored. I just want to say how honored I am to be with you, and for all of those who've had the courage to step up on this stage to give us your knowledge, I so appreciate it. I had the opportunity to be with instructional designers before, and I said I'm a social constructivist at heart, which means I love to gather together socially and learn from all the great pieces of knowledge that you have. You enrich me so much. I so appreciate it. And one of the most inspiring people in this room for me is Dr. Eric Apawasante, who has led this charge, his vision. Yes, please. I have been working with him for 4 years now, and the vision that he has that has put all of this together, I'm always so impressed and amazed at what he's done. So thank you. So I'm going to talk to you today about principled innovation in the age of AI. Again, Kim Welch from Arizona State University, so I'll add a little bit of my university's message too. If you can turn the page. Thank you. We're going to talk first about, I'm going to tell you a little story. So when discussing current technological advances, author Yuval Noah Harari recounts Goethe's story, Der Zauberlehrling. I said it in German, which I'm horrible at German, but basically it means the sorcerer's assistant. I don't love the word a sorcerer, so I'm going to say wizard, the wizard's assistant here, who was tasked with the chores of cleaning while the wizard was out. Now, he was disgruntled at the task, like many of us. Wizards, the same as humans, we like to go the easy way out, right? So he decided he was going to use magic to get the chores done. So he went and found the spell book, and he cast a spell on a broom. The broom was set to go and find the water, bring the water in, and start mopping. The only problem was the broom went a little crazy with its task and brought in too much water, and it started to flood the room. And so, in a panic, the wizard's apprentice decided to cut the broom, and it created two brooms. And then the problem was, two brooms created even more water coming in, and pretty soon it was overwhelming. Luckily, he had a wizard who came in and was able to help him, and the wizard was able to stop the spells and get rid of all the water. This is the story of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Question is, what happens when something is released that we don't know how to manage, right? A little spoiler alert, we're not going to have a wizard come in to save us from what we have going on right now. We're going to have to do the hard work for this. If you can turn the page. So, attitudes and challenges regarding AI in higher education. We have a bunch of faculty here in a boat, and if you look at it, there's a wave coming. The wave is AI. And the faculty are looking at this with trepidation. One's even praying, right? We're saying, what do we do? How do we manage this? So let's look at what our story will be. So we've left the Sorcerer's Apprentice behind. This is our story now. Let's look at where we are right now. So attitudes and challenges regarding AI in higher education. Turn the page, please. I'm going to give you some sound bites of things that we're hearing in the United States. We have heavy use of AI in the United States. So some things that we're hearing. This is a student. The professor is telling us not to use ChatGPT, and then he's using it himself. Ah, right? I don't know how many professors in here are scared of the use of ChatGPT from their students, but we use it ourselves. So the ethical, how do we manage the ethical practice of the use of AI, both on the student side and on the faculty side? Turn the page. Next soundbite. To see that I was being accused of using AI when I knew in my heart I didn't, I had no idea how to even prove my innocence. So, academic integrity concerns. How do we manage academic integrity in the age of AI? We have detectors, turn it in, I know that that's used here. It's actually not reliable when it comes to AI use, so how do we manage this, right? I see a lot of head nods. We're getting this in our classes now. Next page, let's look at another soundbite. This was from a teaching assistant. Faculty say if students are using AI to write, I'm not going to waste my time reading. I've seen a lot of just bots talking to bots. I don't know if this has happened to you. I actually train teachers, that's my job, and I watch their classes, so I get to watch them online, and I see a discussion prompt, and then a student will answer using AI. It's kind of clear sometimes, right, the way it lists out. And then I see the faculty member respond using AI as well, and it becomes just a conversation of AI, right? So it's no longer real learning, it's just AI speaking to AI at that point. It's a problem. How do we manage this? Next page. This is Geoffrey Hinton, godfather of AI. He says AI tutors will be 3 or 4 times better. Maybe we won't need universities anymore. So even the institution is called into question. Do we need the institution, right? How do we manage this? Next page. This is coming from the continent. I love this one. So this is Dr. Catherine Getao. She was the ICT director of Kenya before. She says, if your knowledge isn't part of what LLMs or AI is learning, the data they provide is biased and not suitable for those asking questions. That's actually what I loved about Wode Maya's presentation before, talking about, so historically, Global North has had more access to produce, right? So a lot of the data is coming from Global North, the consumption is coming from Global South. If we don't get that Global South data in there, that data is not going into these LLMs. How do we manage this? Because it then is biased to the Global North. We don't want that. Next page. This, Dr. Audrey Murrell, who owns and is entitled to profit from student data. We know that institutions profit from student data, not necessarily sometimes financially, but we also profit from getting the student data so we can shift and change what we're doing. So we profit from student data, but what about the students? Can they control and own their data and be able to bring that information, so their knowledge data, to another institution, and they're in control of it, not an institution, right? These are issues. Next page. This is from Dr. Harari as well. Automation will soon eliminate millions upon millions of jobs, and while new jobs will certainly be created, it's unclear whether people will be able to learn the necessary skills fast enough. This one keeps me up at night. I'm training teachers, but I don't know if in 5 years what I'm training is really going to be the same as what they're going to need, right? It will change a lot in the next 5 years. Issues. So these are the sound bites that I've been hearing. I've heard a couple here as well. I really like, there was a gentleman yesterday who talked about economic inclusion, right? So if we are not including groups that have lower economic regions in their area, how do we manage that? That means that there's going to be this gap, right? Another thing I'll say is access exclusivity. I know that in the United States, we have access to platforms much faster than you get them here. So that gives us advanced capabilities with those before you even get them. I hate that idea. So how do we manage that, right? How do we shift? So we'll look at the few. I don't have all the answers to these questions. We'll go to the next page. But I have some thoughts. So I first want to look at, in our story, what do innovation and thought leaders say about AI in education and work? So we're going to look at this. Next page. This is Sal Khan. You all know him from Khan Academy. I'm sure you use it. Are there any students in the room? Students, do you use Sal Khan, the Khan Academy? I know my son has used, right? My son's in the group. He's used Khan Academy before, quite a bit. So his thought is perhaps the most positive use case is if AI, artificial intelligence, can be used to enhance HI, human intelligence, right? So that's the main crux of what we want to do, is bring us into advancing human intelligence, not the AI. Next page. This is Dr. Albert Mukheiber. He's a neuroscientist. He said, a chess player who trains with artificial intelligence now would easily be able to beat a chess player from 50 to 60 years ago. So if you think of our chess players, chess has been played for thousands and thousands of years. Now they can actually beat people from decades back because they have AI training them. That's where we want to go, right? Next page. This is Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI. AI will give people tools to solve hard problems and help us add new struts to that scaffolding that we couldn't have figured out on our own. As an instructional designer, we talk about scaffolding learning. So AI will help us to add to that and also help us to advance to places we could not have made on our own. That's where we want to go, right? Next page. Here, your news, African nations are being encouraged to build resilient digital economies that address poverty, inequality, and climate change while strengthening their global competitiveness. That's your call, and I'm excited to see what you do with that, right? It's not something I can fix, but you all as leaders will be able to fix that. I'm excited for this. Next page. So here, Mr. Jalal Sharaf, he's from Morocco, but he works for the World Bank. The future of work and the future of humans is definitely a collaboration with machines with AI. We're going to need to get to know them. So that faculty member who maybe did not want the student to use AI, maybe we need to rethink that a little bit. Next page. This is my president, Arizona State University. We find him a visionary. We really appreciate the work that he does. He feels that AI will break down learning systems, which have been extremely elitist, and show that every person is a master learner. He loves the idea of having that assistant in your pocket that helps you to learn. He loves AI, which does influence my work quite a bit. We do AI daily. So, next page. So let's look at this from the student perspective. Imagine yourself, empathize for a moment with the student right now. We're trying to find, as faculty, we're trying to find a way to shift. The students are looking forward at this AI push, and they don't know, again, in 5 years, we don't know what the job market will really do. So from the student perspective, next page, let's look at what they're doing right now, and for any student who's in the room, see if this is accurate. So student use, and this was a study of 16 countries. They do also have, so the numbers come from those universities, but they have some qualitative information from at least 5 areas in Africa as well. So 86% of students use AI. That's a lot. 69% use for basically your Google search, so any search mechanism. 69% will use for that. 24% will use AI to create the first graph. I want you to put a pin on that one. Think of that number. 1 in 4 students will use AI to create their first draft. All right? 80% of students, when it comes to university policy, they say that university policy isn't quite adequate yet. There's not enough. The integration isn't meeting their expectations. They're not getting taught about AI. They don't know really ethical use of AI. It's not there yet. So we need to work on that. 71% of students want to have a say. So imagine them in the boat. They don't want us to steer it completely for them. They want to have a say in where that boat is being steered. And I challenge you to help them to do that with you. Okay, next page. So I don't know if you've seen this MIT study. Have you seen the MIT study that came out recently? It's been going around my feeds quite a bit, and maybe it's because it's the algorithm that it knows it will catch me. So basically, MIT did a study where they had 3 groups. And they had one group who wrote essays on their own and later used AI. They had a group that just used Google search or search mechanisms, and they wrote together with the Google search to create write an essay. And then the last group used AI only. So remember that 1 in 4, AI wrote the first draft for them. Okay? So rewriting an essay using AI tools after prior AI free writing. So the ones who did the free writing first, put their brain into it first, and then used AI, engaged more extensive network interactions. Learning is a physical process in the brain. We have to engage the brain to learn. It's firing, just like you see here. If those things are firing, we're learning. Okay? Next page. Those who used AI without pre-work showed the least extensive connectivity with up to 55% reduced total dynamic brain function compared to those who did pre-work. So if they used AI completely for that first draft, 55% less firing of the brain, which ultimately, next page, the idea here is, and this comes from Dune, once men turned their thinking over to machines in the hope that this would set them free, but that only permitted other men with machines to enslave them. We do not want the machines or the people operating the machines to enslave us, right? So, have any of you seen WALL-E? Does this look familiar? My son, good. WALL-E, just to represent, so this is a Disney movie where it's a future-looking movie where humans used technology all the time to do all of their things because we like to go the easy way, and pretty soon they forgot how to walk. So technology took care of everything for them. So there was an atrophying of the physical body. We don't want that atrophy here. This is the main point of this entire presentation. We do not want the brain to atrophy because it's not firing. We need to get those brains to work, right? So, next page. We want the faculty perspective. Next page. So as they're looking at this, faculty want the AI skills, and if any of those instructional designers are in the room, this is where I want us to go. They want to know how to help students with their critical thinking. So 81% of them want to understand how to help students use AI and how to use it themselves to advance critical thinking when it comes to the teaching and learning mission. AI, they want AI and digital literacy skills. I feel like I was telling people that if I'm not learning something daily with AI, I'm behind by the end of the week and I've lost touch. They want the ability to adapt. So some of our curriculum is very strict and rigid. I heard someone say that before. They want the ability to adapt to this. We want to know the ethical use of AI. That's still a question space for us. And we want to innovate pedagogically, so we want to be able to shift our teaching to accommodate. 54% of faculty think current evaluations need a complete update in the face of AI use. How many faculty are in the room? Are you faculty? If you're faculty, have you seen the use of AI in your classes? Whew. It's yes, and it's hard to know how to deal with it, right? Next page. So this is where we come to the great theme that you have, responsible innovation. For Arizona State University, responsible innovation for us is called principled innovation. And what we feel we need, how to manage this wave of AI coming, we need a North Star, we need a compass, and we need oars. Next page. For us at Arizona State University, our North Star is actually our charter. So I'll have you turn to the next page. Maybe. There we go. This is our charter, and if you've ever seen someone from my university, they're always going to share this charter because we all really believe in it. Basically, we feel the ASU is measured by whom it includes and how they succeed. Whom it includes, so we want inclusivity, and how they succeed. That's the second part. We also look at the overall health of the communities it serves, so we want it to serve the community. Next page. That is our North Star. Our compass, so in the past couple of years, we've come up with a compass for this. So our compass is that we have 4 guiding principles: moral, civic, intellectual, and performance principles. As instructional designers, we meet 4 times per year, and each time we talk about these principles and how we use them. Next page. So to talk about this, to see how we implement this, the moral pathway is to nurture moral and ethical decision makers who are committed to systemic equity and approach problems with empathy, humility, honesty, and fairness. Now, humility is a big one for me, but all of these, we use these values as we design. Next page. What this looks like in a classroom. So if you're a faculty member, you're going to have students co-design ethical AI standards for you. Maybe. These are possibilities, things that you can do in your classroom if you're a faculty member. You're going to maybe explore the tech you use and how it shares student data, right? So a lot of us are using all the beautiful flowers of technology that are out there, all that's bloomed, but how do they share that student data? You might have students in your classroom solve moral dilemmas in your field. And then you will give students a forum to share their values and voices with each other. This is where, like what Amaya was saying, if you can have them start to produce, that data can actually come in and potentially inform AI as well. We want to see more from you. That would be fantastic. Next page. The civic pathway. So foster civically engaged, caring individuals who seek out different perspectives and work for and with the community to understand challenges and create solutions. This requires altruism, civility, inclusivity, and perspective taking. Next page. What this might look for a faculty member is work with the IDs, those are instructional designers, to review your course content for inclusivity and accessibility. If you work with your instructional designers, they're trained to help you get more inclusive, accessible content and assessments. Gather feedback from your students. We often do a mid-term or a mid-session feedback loop where we can change. If it's not going in the right direction, we can change then to shift. And we can even put AI into that, see if the students feel like AI is being used in the right ways. Have students review potential bias in AI data and add their voice. We don't want them just to be consumers. We want them to really critically think through this. Let students co-design a community engagement activity. Let them help you with some of the products you're doing in the class. Next page. Intellectual pathway. Cultivate informed learners and curious critical thinkers who ask the right questions, seek out evidence-based answers, and take a systems view. Systems thinking, if you've never looked up systems thinking or design thinking, either one, systems thinking is a great and important thing. Look it up. It's fantastic. So truth-seeking, critical thinking, curiosity, and I have to remember the last one that's on the list. Critical thinking, curiosity, and I don't remember the last one. Oh, it's reflection. Reflection, so have them reflect. Next page. This might mean in your classes you have them, or you consider the systemic barriers to student learning and explore new pathways. Our president loves for us to do that, break down barriers. You, as a faculty member, can learn a new digital tool per day or week or month, whatever goal you set for yourself. Learn those tools. That's going to be important. That's the hard work. Have students use AI as a tool to enhance critical thinking. I'll show you what that means in a second. And have students analyze systems that affect them, policies, social structures. Let them do the analysis on those things. Next page. Rework assessments. So take a look at your assessments if you're a faculty member. Rework your assessments and activities to make sure the use of AI works to benefit brain activation. It's helping them to fire. And have students reflect on their learning. Make sure they're reflecting. Next page. Lastly, the performance pathway. So prepare resilient, courageous leaders who navigate uncertainty, collaboratively solve complex problems, and design creative solutions for education. This means collaboration, courage, creativity, resilience. Resilience is one that we really need to teach. Next page. In your class, this might mean to work with instructional guides or designers to innovate your pedagogical practice. You might change, you might shift and adapt here. Try new things without fearing failure. You will fail. We'll all fail. That's okay. One of the things I really love about my university is if we fail, we're not punished. They just say, okay, what do we learn and how can we do it better? I love that. If you can get that mentality, both for yourself and then give students the tools and freedom to explore new paths without fear of failure, which grades can be that fear of failure. If you can give them smaller, low-stakes places to navigate and start to experiment, without the fear of failure, that is fantastic. And then have students use design thinking to come up with new products and processes. Involve your students as much as possible in the activation of those brain networks. Next page. Can you go to the next page, and then I'll have you come back to this if that's all right. Perfect. So instead of these frightened and powerless academics praying in a boat, next page, if we can get that North Star, the compass, and our oars, we are big enough, we're grand enough that we can take on this wave and get through it, manage it together. That can be our story, and that's what I hope is our story, is that we will manage this together. Next page. If you take this back to your institutions, work with your faculty, your leaders, and your students, we're strongest if we navigate this together, all of us doing the hard work with that North Star, compass, and with those oars. We have to do the work. Thank you for this. Thank you for your time. You can turn it back to that QR code. Thank you. On this QR code, if you're interested, you can scan it. Hopefully it's up there big enough. That is the principal innovation page. You can go in and do exercises, activities with it, and see how to use it. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for this excellent conference. I appreciate it.
Dr. Welsh, thank you very much for this presentation. A round of applause for her again. right, so to the special address is Brigadier General Zibrim Bawa Ayrogo, Deputy Commandant, Kofi Annan International Peace Training Center. A round of applause for him.
Good afternoon, everybody. At least somehow I have come home, somehow. I love the academia. So I'm here, I remember somewhere 1991, I was here with the aim of being here. Unfortunately, I wasn't here. Yes, as destiny will have it, I have to go and wear the uniform. So I didn't come to Tech. It was a dream of all of us coming from the north to come to Tech. That was our dream university. Our time we had only 3. Yes, today we have so many, so you can just navigate your way with artificial intelligence. So let me stand on the existing protocols, and with all my professors, very important personalities from outside the country and in our own country, coming from the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. Good afternoon once again. So it is both an honor and privilege to represent the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center at this remarkable conference. While our commandant had hoped to join you for this important conference, I am pleased to step in and share perspective on how e-learning is transforming not just education, but the very fabric of strategic thinking and leadership in our interconnected world. Let me begin by expressing our heartfelt gratitude to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Dixon, the Planning Committee, the entire university community for extending this very important invitation. The theme of this year's conference, Transforming Education Through Responsible Innovation and Inclusion in the Digital Era, could not have been more timely or relevant to the work that we do at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. When we speak of e-learning in the context of security and development, we are not simply referring to online courses. We are talking about a fundamental shift in how we prepare peace builders, peacemakers, policy makers, practitioners to operate in the world where digital fluency is now an essential strategic thinking. At the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, we have embraced this shift as a matter of strategic importance. In fact, one of our 7 priority areas in our new 2024 to 2028 strategic plan is technology in peace and security. This reflects our commitment to ensuring that digital tools are used not just to teach, but to empower enabling leaders across Africa to anticipate challenges, build resilience, and foster sustainable peace. Since 2020, we have developed over 20 fully online courses delivered in both English and French to meet the diverse needs of our stakeholders. These include courses on mental health and psychological support, youth, peace and gender, peace and security, election management, election observation, and many others. Through these approaches, we have been able to train over 5,000 participants across the continent and still counting. Our digital transformation is not just about scale, it is about relevance, inclusion, and innovation. Our training content reaches learners in more than 15 African countries and Africa simultaneously. A peacemaker in the Gambia, a civil servant in La Côte d'Ivoire, a community leader in northern Ghana can now all engage with the same high-quality learning experience in real time. But technology, as we have all learned, must never come at the expense of human connection. Our most successful learning experiences are those that blend digital convenience with interpersonal depth. Our blended learning models combine self-paced online models with live virtual discussions and in-person simulation. For instance, our election observation and election management course begin online, continues through practitioner-led on-site engagement, and concludes with practical scenario-based exercises. This approach has boosted our course completion rate while deepening the empathy and collaboration skills essential for peace building. As we look to the future, I urge us all to think beyond institutional silos. The security challenges of tomorrow, cyber threats, disinformation, environmental shocks, will demand leaders who are not only digitally smart, but also deeply collaborative. The students studying software engineering today may write the code that powers tomorrow's peacekeeping responses. The educator designing online instructions may shape how frontline responders learn in crisis situations or zones. The policymaker drafting digital inclusion framework may determine who gets a seat at the table and who does not. At the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, we believe the future of strategic leadership lies in the thought of blend digital and traditional approaches. The most effective leader of today, or the most effective leaders, are those who can navigate the virtual and the real, between global technologies and the local needs, between innovative systems and enduring values. It is in this spirit of collaboration and a shared vision that our center is proud to be signing a memorandum of understanding with the university. I think you have to clap more. Thank you very much. This partnership represents not just institutional cooperation, it symbolizes a united commitment to strengthening digital innovation in peace and security, and to building a resilient learning system that serves our continent. As we continue the discussion at this conference, let us remember, behind every platform, every digital model, every innovation, there are people. individuals striving to grow and to serve and to lead with impact. Let this conference be more than a forum for dialogue. Let us be a springboard for action. Let us leave here with a renewed conviction to harness e-learning not only as a tool for instruction, but as a vehicle for empowerment, justice, strategic leaders across all domains of security and development. On behalf of the Commandant of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to the university and the e-learning center for hosting this very important transformative conference. Together, we may continue to partner pathways that elevate minds, strengthen systems, and most importantly, uphold the dignity and potential of every person our work seeks to impact. Thank you very much for listening to me. And thank you, Prof, for very important presentation. Indeed, we are here to learn. And we have learned, I have a take home from your lectures. God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Brigadier General Zibrim Bawa Ayorogo, Deputy Commandant Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, for that special address. All right, so then I'll hand over to my co-MC, Ms. Anita Kuma. Please, let's give it to her.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Pro Vice Chancellor, distinguished invited guest. I thought he was going to handle everything, but he had to still rope me in. So I'm here. I came bearing gifts. I'm here for the awards. And to continue, I'd like each and every one of you to give yourselves a round of applause. It's been an incredible conference. All the presentations, all the critiquing, all the little tweaks that you've made on your posters has been duly recognized and very, very well appreciated. Thank you all for participating. I'm going to delve straight into our awards with permission, of course, from Prof. Asante. I'm going to call Dr. Kim Welsh to help me with the very first award, which is presented to the strategic internal partner and is going to be given to the University Information Technology Service, KNUST, for your outstanding contribution in advancing e-learning at KNUST, and it's coming from the e-learning center. May I have the director join me from UITS? Thank you. Thank you very much for your support, UITS. Dr. Welsh, you still have to remain with me. Thank you so much, UITS. The very next one for our Strategic Internal Partner Award will be presented for the outstanding contribution in advancing e-learning here at KNUST to the KNUST Library, UPK. KNUST Library. Do we have any? Yes. Thank you very much to the KNUST Library for your immense support to the e-learning center. Our next award goes to the Institute of Distant Learning, KNUST, also being a very strategic internal partner. This award goes out to you for your outstanding contribution in advancing e-learning at KNUST. May I have Prof. Andrews or any rep from IDL to receive this award? IDL. Can we have any rep from IDL to receive this award on behalf of Prof. Anthony Andrews? All right, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Our next Strategic Internal Partner Award for your outstanding contribution in advancing e-learning here at KNUST goes out to the International Programs Office, IPO KNUST. Thank you very much. I know the Dean is here with support from the staff. Thank you very much, IPO. I can see you came with a full house. Thank you very much to the IPO. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the IPO. All right, and our very final Strategic Internal Partner Award has been presented to the Center for Capacity Building and Innovation, KNUST. May we have reps from the Center for Capacity Building and Innovation to receive this Internal Strategic Partner Award. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Dr. Kem Welch, for helping us with the presentation. At this point, I'd like to call the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor David Asamoah, to help me with the next set of awards. Our next set will be for the Outstanding Strategic Award Partner, and the first one is to Agri-Impact Limited for your exceptional dedication and support in promoting e-learning here at KNUST. Thank you so much for being one of our keynote speakers, for being a great ambassador for the Drone Simulation Center. I could go on and on and on with this support. We truly appreciate you. Thank you very much, Agri-Impact. Thank you very, very much, Agri-Impact. Our next award for Outstanding Strategic External Partner Awards will be presented to the Kofi Annan International Peacekeepers Training Center. I know the commander is here. We really appreciate your support over the years. Thank you very much, Brigadier. Thank you. I can see the team. Yes. Thank you very much, Provici. Thank you so much. I would like to call Dr. Margaret Korosek to help me with the next set of awards. Please give her a round of applause. And the next one is for Outstanding E-Learning Advancement Department Award. And this one is to the Department of Language and Communication Science. KNUST for your outstanding use of the KNUST e-learning platforms to deliver online short courses. May I have any rep from the Department of Language and Communication Sciences? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Department of Language and Communication Sciences. Our next award for Outstanding E-Learning Advancement Department Award is going to the Department of Teacher Education, KNUST. May I have any reps from them? Department of Teacher Education. For your outstanding use of the KNUST e-learning platform to deliver fully online programs. Thank you very much. Ayiko to you. A very final outstanding e-learning advancement department award would go to the Department of Agriculture, Economics, Agribusiness, and Extension here at KNUST. May I have reps from the Department of Agriculture, Economics, Agribusiness, and Extension at KNUST? Any reps to receive your award for your outstanding use of the KNUST e-learning platforms to deliver online short courses? May I have reps? Anybody to pick on their behalf? Can I have anyone to pick on their behalf? Prof. Dia, would you want to pick on their behalf? Thank you. Thank you very much, Prof. Dia. Thank you so much, Dr. Osek. Thank you very much for helping us with that award. Well, I'd like to call Brigadier General Zibrim Ayogo to help me with the next batch of awards. Thank you so much. So the Distinguished Guest Speaker Award for the 3rd KNUST E-Learning International Conference goes out to Engineer Felix Astrim, CEO, FIDEMS Limited. This is in recognition of your impactful delivery and insights at the 3rd KNUST E-Learning International Conference, and it's coming from the E-Learning Center with so much gratitude. Ayiko. Thank you very much, Engineer Stream. The next Distinguished Guest Speaker Award for the 3rd KNUST E-Learning International Conference goes to Dr. Margaret Kurosek. In recognition of your impactful delivery and insight at the 3rd KNUST E-Learning International Conference, with so much love and gratitude from the E-Learning Center. Ayiko. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kurosek. Thank you. Thank you so much for your pure energy. Just love it. Thank you. Our next Distinguished Guest Speaker Award for the 3rd KNUST E-Learning International Conference is to be presented to Professor Ebenezer Malcolm in recognition for your impactful delivery and insights at the 3rd Care University Elearning International Conference. We began strong on Wednesday with the podcast, moved in strong with the presentation. Still on your feet. Prof. Malcolm, thank you so much. Aiko, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And our Distinguished Guest Speaker Award for the 3rd Care University E-Learning International Conference goes out to Professor Daniel Yao Adaidia in recognition of your impactful delivery and insights at the 3rd Care University E-Learning International Conference. And it's coming from us. So much love, gratitude. Thank you, Prof. Gia, Aiko. And this one is your own. Not on behalf of anybody, this is yours. Thank you. The next Distinguished Guest Speaker Award for the 3rd Care University E-Learning International Conference is to be presented to Mr. Niv Gross. Is Niv here? Or anybody from Israel to pick on his behalf? Do you have any team from the Israeli embassy? Or you pick on his behalf then, yes, sir. All right, so let me quickly mention the next Distinguished Guest Speaker Award for the 3rd E-Learning International Conference 2025 is to be presented to Dr. Frank Senyo Loglo in recognition of your impactful delivery and insights at the 3rd Care University E-Learning Center. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Anyone that joined your room really felt your presence and your insightful critique of their work. Thank you very much, Dr. Loglo. Thank you. Well, the next Distinguished Guest Speaker Award is to be presented to Dr. Kim Welch in recognition of your impactful delivery and insights. You brought your team. Maybe you should bring him as well. Come take that picture too. Yay! Since everybody's bringing somebody, you have to bring yours. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Dr. Welch. That's her son. This is home support. Yeah, Dr. Welch brought her home support. Get in the frame. Take a picture too. And I can imagine this is going to bring so much memories later on. 10 years, he's going to look at this and be so proud of his mom. Thank you very much. Well done, Dr. Welch. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the next Distinguished Guest Speaker Award goes out to Dr. Michael Gallana. Unfortunately, we had him online. So we are going to present this. We will just, FedEx it to him or something. Thank you very much, Brigadier. I really appreciate this. And thank you all so much for helping with the awards. We'd like to give acknowledgement to all our sponsors. It was not easy pulling this whole week together, and it would not have been possible if it was not for your help. Please, help me, help the center, give them a round of applause. We cannot do much. What we can do is to just applaud them Just applaud them for us so that they'll come back next year. Garnet. Thank you so much, Garnet, for your support. A4 Tech Company Limited. Thank you so much. The applause, I beg. Let them hear it. Nobin Tech Ventures. Thank you so much. ASIB Limited. Thank you so much. UPK KNUST. Thank you so much. Grasa KNUST. Thank you so much. Pap Nobel. Thank you so much. Rail KNUST. Thank you so much. We appreciate this. Ebimra. Emra BM, and we all hope to add on to it. More people will come on board for next year to be much more impactful than this one. We have another set of awards. Professor Sante, are we doing this right now? The next awards, yes. All right, so I'll let Professor Sante help us with this batch. All right, so I have this very beautiful kente. Goes out to Mr. Daniel Fahine Akwe. A token of our appreciation, sir. Thank you so much. The next one is for Mr. Saqib Nazir. Yesterday, he had an amazing presentation. We're going to mail this to him. Yes. This one for Brigadier General Zibrim Bawa Ayorogo. I hope it goes with your uniform, sir. This beautiful kente in my hand goes out to the beautiful Dr. Karen Roseman. This is for Eliud Chewuno. Eliud, if you are here, thank you for the hard work, the up and down, the sleepless nights. We know that those came as well. We really appreciate this. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so we had loads and loads of keynote speakers who graced us with their insight, knowledge, wisdom, and we have to put all of them together into our very special keynote reflection. And this afternoon, we have the privilege of giving that honor to Mr. Daniel Fahine Akwe, to put all of our keynotes, thoughts, and ideas, impressions together in this very special keynote reflections. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Thank you very much. This has been a very beautiful and inspiring program. When you see digital technologies advancing the cause of productivity, expanding the knowledge base of young people, and improving the economics of Ghanaian businesses. To the university, they may be churning out graduates who are equipped with tools For us in the industry, we are receiving young people with energy and skills to improve our businesses. These have served as a huge platform for us to network and to learn more and to take more home, while we also share what we brought to this place. We have listened to a number of speakers. We have heard a lot about what virtual labs, what innovative technologies can do for us. We are taking home not only the networks, but lessons that we have learned from the various presentations that have been made. And we are grateful to the organizers for putting this together. This is the first time some of us are attending it, and it is eye-opening. I hope the next one we will invite more industry people to also come and have the benefits of what technology and AI can do to transform our businesses. On behalf of all the speakers invited and all those who made contribution, we want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to share what we have experienced over the years and to also listen to what the university can offer to us. To our young people who sat in, congratulations, and you deserve a big applause for yourselves. I know you have also networked, and you have seen how your relevance is to us in the industry. So keep it up and go back with open minds. And we hope that next year, which will be the 4th edition, we will come here stronger and we'll also share more impactful stories of what the 3rd edition did for us. Thank you all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so grateful, and we always enter the drone center, and whenever any of our feet touches that place, it's blessing unto you. Thank you very, very much. And also for all our sponsors, we have Garnet to speak on their behalf, to also share with us some insights and maybe a few pointers. If I can have any rep from Garnet to give us a few words. Garnet. Oh, okay. You're going to call him. We'll be back right now. All right. All right, so whilst we wait for Garnet, permit me to invite our Pro Vice Chancellor to give us his final words. Prof.
Good afternoon to you all. It's been an exciting week, don't you agree with me? And we want to give a clap for ourselves. Okay, so I'll make it very short because I'm sure we might be tired by now. I will stand on the existing protocols that have already been established. So I will say thank you for being part of this year's E-Learning Awareness Week. Over the last few days, we have come together around a theme that speaks directly to the heart of education today, transforming education through responsible innovation and inclusion in the digital era. This week has not only been about showcasing ideas or presenting papers, it has been about engaging in the realities of our classrooms, our schools, our learners, and the systems we are building to support them. From the commissioning of the premier drone and simulation units, as well as the launch of the e-learning journal, to keynote sessions, panel discussions, poster presentations, and exhibitions, We have seen just how much is possible when people are willing to learn, share, and collaborate. What stood out most was the seriousness with which participants engage with the sessions and the clarity with which we all acknowledged that digital learning is no longer a luxury, it is a necessity, and it must work for everyone. These conversations have reminded us that responsibility and inclusion are not mere sayings. They are the foundation of sustainable innovation, and they must be reflected in how we design systems, support teachers, and open up access to learners at every level. I want to take this opportunity to thank all those who made this week successful. To our speakers, both local and international, thank you for your time and your insights. To our sponsors and partners, MasterCard Foundation, Agri-Impact Limited, the Israeli Embassy, People's Pension Trust, among many others, thank you for your continued support. To the Planning Committee led by Professor Foster Frimpong and the E-Learning Center under the leadership of Professor Eric Apawasante, the volunteers, ushers, security, sanitary officers, our technical and media guys at the back, we say Aiku. Your dedication and thoughtfulness have shown in every detail. And to all who participated, students, educators, researchers, developers, and invited guests, thank you for showing up with your curiosity, questions, and commitment to the future of learning. As we bring this week to a close, I ask that we carry the insights and lessons with us. Whether we work in a classroom, a policy office, a lab, or a community school, let us keep the theme in mind. Let us work towards a system that does not just adopt new tools, but does so with care, fairness, and readiness. When you return to your institutions, your families, and your places of work, think about the children and learners who are yet to be reached. Think about the systems that can be improved. And think about how your role, no matter how small, can make a difference. Thank you once again for being part of this important week. Safe travels, and may the commitment we have shown here continue in our work every day. Thank you. And on that note, I follow up and say that the E-Learning International Conference 2025 is duly closed.
It's not surprising that the people clapping the most are the engineers at the back. I'm just saying. They know what has gone in. And we get it. Don't worry, honorarium is on the way. All right, we'd like to appreciate some dignitaries that joined us today for our closing. First of all, our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor David Asamoah. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Dan Akwe, the Group CEO, Agri-Impact. Thank you very, very much. We have Professor Dr. Anthony Pastor Oh, Pastor, Doctor Anthony Enyamisempoku, the Municipal Director of Education, Swami Municipal Assembly. Thank you. Maybe that's why I missed the pastor. When I saw the municipal, I get it now. Thank you so much, Pastor. I really appreciate it. Dr. Samuel Entry Jeche, Director, Digital Technology, Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation. Thank you very much for your presence. Dr. Yao Amosapon, Director, Center for Capacity Building and Innovation at KNUST. Thank you very much. We also have Mr. Abraham Safo, Value Chain Enterprise Development Specialist, who joined us. Thank you very, very much. Juliana Asante Date, Deputy CEO, Agri Impact, for also being here. Dr. Richard Bruce Lamte, KNUST Librarian, Deputy KNUST Librarian, thank you very much. Mr. Leroy Ankara, Consultant Resilient Mind Project. If you're here, you can give us a wave. Mr. Fennel Seli Asensi, Deputy Director, ISTAD, KNUST, UIM, that's UITS. Thank you. Professor Professor Zu Zibo. Zu. Honestly, it's not with the other one. May we say hello to the Chinese Director for Confucius Institute at KNUST, Prof. Zibo, and everybody from Confucius. I have the names, but I would just say thank you all for being here. Thank you very, very much. And of course, to our very vibrant speakers, thank you for coming. Thank you all so much. I would like all of us to acknowledge our sign languages. Thank you. Thank you. To all our media partners, thank you. Can I get away from the planning committee? The e-learning planning committee 2025. If we can get a wave. Oh, sorry, take your flowers for a successful edition. To our chairman and all the members, thank you very, very much. And if we can also get away from the e-learning center. Everybody at the e-learning center who's here with us, thank you. I can't find any of our chaplains here, so I'll call Professor Sante to give us a word of closing prayer.
Shall we help me stand for prayer? Our Master Jesus, we are grateful to you for this grace and for this honor, for the knowledge and the wisdom that we have shared, for the passion that you have ignited in us, and for the direction that you have set so clear for us. We thank you for the journey that started on Tuesday and has ended successfully today. We bless you for all the ideas that have birthed here and for the next steps that looks very clear. We pray that you grant journey mercies to all who journeyed here, and you would grant us guidance even as we step into yet another weekend. May all that has been proposed here and projected ahead come to pass and see the light of day. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit have we made this prayer. Amen.
All right, so we'll use this opportunity to take some pictures. Can we have all of our award recipients, our keynote speakers, our presenters, to kindly join our Pro VC and our special guest to take the very first pictures. We are taking 3, so please don't go anywhere. We'll take some with all the poster presenters as well. So the first one is for our special guests, our dignitaries, and our award receivers. kindly join us for the very first photo.